She had what many would call the perfect husband, a man who provided, cared, and stayed loyal. But instead of feeling blessed, she begged for a divorce. The moment she realized what she lost, regret hit harder than she ever imagined.
It's just not worth it dealing with someone else every single day of your life. Every day. Every day you gotta deal with somebody. Is marriage even worth it? It's not. It's not. At some point, you're gonna realize that it's always best to just be alone.
Oh, boo-hoo.
It's best to be alone if your partner was awful to you. But in this case, the guy was more than she deserved.
Because I've been married for about 7 years, and I don't even know if this is worth it. Like, and not saying that there's anything necessarily wrong. There's nothing wrong, and that's the point. Like, I don't even know why I'm upset. I'm just, like, not thinking that I made the right decision.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Like, and I am a good man. I do. And that's not the point. The point is, it's like, you really do lose yourself. You lose your sense of individuality. You lose your sense of peace. And this could be even to a good man.
Marriage is about living with someone else. So if she really wanted individuality, why put that man through all this hardship only to leave him betrayed?
Like, you're gonna lose something, and I don't think it's worth it. Like, at all. I've always had a dream of, like, getting out of my hometown, like, city, and moving on, like, moving forward. Like, life is supposed to be experience. Like,
are you delusional? Do you suffer from a mental illness? Do you think you do?
we're supposed to be doing new things and traveling and all that, and I do all of that.
Running away from your issues won't help, and she will realize that when the traveling phase is over and her man has moved on.
But at some point, like, I don't know if I want to continue doing this every single day of my life. Like, always checking in with someone, always having to consider their feelings, it's always somebody else. You're never alone. Like, you never have a moment to yourself. You never can do that. And I don't know, like, and there's gonna be some bitches out there that say, like, oh no, you should not. No. Be weird and not a real couple. But I really want girls to know, like, even if it's absolutely worth it, I don't think it is. Even if you found the most perfect man, it's not worth it. It's not, like, it's always gonna be best to just, like, be alone.
I wonder how people would react if a man made a video complaining about being tired of providing for his family.
And maybe that's why so many men tell older women they're gonna die alone and be so sad. I'm sad with a great man.
You serious?
Like, maybe it's just, like, not my personality. And, like, I know girls are out there that, like, dying for, like, a relationship like mine. Like, he takes care of me, but, like, I'm sorry, I can't even really barely deal with myself and my own emotions. Imagine somebody that you know for such a short amount of time, because you're never gonna know that man like you think you do. I just don't think marriage is for me. And I'm tired of it, and I don't know what else to do, because this is like imagine living a fairy tale and it's nothing like you imagined it.
I don't know if she thinks there is something out there better, but I know for sure after a while she'll regret leaving a guy that gave her his best.
You're living your literal fairy tale, and it's not what you want. It's not what you want. Even if you think that you want it, even if it's exactly what you dreamed of, it's still just, I don't know.
You don't want to be like this. This is disgusting. This is awful in every way.
Even when they have their perfect man, they sometimes find something imperfectly wrong with him. The hard truth is that it's never enough to some people.
Soccer player Kaka's ex-wife says Kaka never betrayed me. He treated me well. He gave me a wonderful family, but I was not happy. Something was missing. The problem was he was too perfect for me. Andrew, your reaction?
Yeah, it's all but too common. So we see this happen over and over and over again, where we'll see these women, especially with high-profile men, say this kind of stuff, right? Oh, I just don't like him anymore. Conveniently enough, they also happen to not like him and walk off with millions of dollars of his money. So it makes me think maybe there's an ulterior motive behind it, other than I just don't feel the spark.
He makes a great point. If she really doesn't like him anymore and just wants to leave when he's doing everything right, why take away his money?
I mean, sure, he's rich and good and everything that I ever wanted, but walking away, I can basically now go hook up with whoever I want and have millions of dollars of his money. So it seems like a strong ulterior motive for it.
So earlier this year, I ended a relationship and cut off an engagement from a great man. He was a good man. He loved God. He was a praying man. He loved and adored me. He was there for me. He was handsome. He was well educated. He didn't have any kids. He checked all the boxes. But there was still something missing. And I just knew that I could not go through with this marriage. There was just something that did not connect. I felt that there should have been a connection between he and I in order for me to be his wife. And so I cut off the engagement. And it was so difficult because he was a good man. It's easy when a person is not good. You can justify why you cut things off, but when a person is truly a good person, it's hard to explain. So I found myself trying to explain it to family and friends, and they were asking me a whole bunch of questions that, I could not say, exactly why, other than the fact that I just did not feel the connection.
She belongs to the streets.
There was something that was not there that I needed to be there in order for this to be my husband.
A little reminder to every man out there. You can give someone everything, and yet they would still not be satisfied.
And so I stopped trying to explain it, and I just trusted my decision, and I went on. But then I got an epiphany, and it was just like, have you ever been shoe shopping and you saw a nice pair of shoes and it's like, ooh, I love the color, I love the style, the heel is the right size, and it's a reasonable price, like it's on sale and it's a good shoe. But then when you approach the shoe, you see that it's a size 6 and you need a size 7. Does it take away from the fact that the shoe is a good shoe? Me purchasing a size 6 shoe when I wear a 7 is discomfort. Don't do it.
Are you delusional? Do you suffer from a mental illness? Do you think you do?
The reason she couldn't explain it was because there is no logical meaning to it, or maybe she started seeing someone else. But of course she'd never admit that if it was the case.
So why'd you break up with your ex?
Toxic.
You're toxic or he's toxic?
He's toxic.
So why was he toxic?
Because he's insecure. Because he's insecure.
Okay,
Jealous.
what made him insecure? What alluded to that?
He's very jealous.
Jealous about what? Like about other guys or
Everything.
Everything, okay.
Anything I did, anywhere I went.
What was the straw that broke the camel's back?
When I was hanging out with my best friend and he didn't believe me, probably.
Oh, okay. It's always the best friend, eh?
Yeah.
It's not about being insecure. It's about a man who's protective. And of course, he'll feel jealous if she puts him in these situations.
Okay. Okay, what piece of advice would you give guys to avoid that pitfall?
Ooh.
Go to therapy.
Yeah, go to therapy.
How would you get a guy to be less jealous?
Be secure in yourself.
What does that mean?
Have some emotional intelligence.
Well, I'm out, man.
There's been a lot of conversation lately about women leaving good men or women walking away from a man that's a quote unquote good man. And I think a part of the problem is that a lot of men define themselves as good men and they actually aren't. These self-proclaimed good men think that they are because they don't cheat on women or beat on women. But it takes more to being a good man than not doing those things. And just because a man is a quote unquote good man doesn't mean he's the good man for you. Some of these quote-unquote good men don't respect women. They weaponize their incompetence. They don't take care of their children. They're disrespectful. They consume manosphere, red pill content all day, and they think that women are beneath them. I feel like the men who are acting as if women are being too picky or we're looking for the perfect man if we don't want the quote-unquote good guy, it's the same energy as saying for them to settle. It's like the saying goes, give a man 10 women and he'll keep looking. Give a woman 10 men and she'll choose. They want you to choose out of this small batch of men and say, hey, out of these 10 guys, which one do you want? Yeah, but there's more than 10 guys out there. And even if he's the nicest out of the 10, doesn't mean that he's what I want.
What kind of animal are you?
There we have it. Even if he's the nicest and the good one, she admitted still wanting more, which is unrealistic.
These men want single women to say close enough, he's good enough, he'll do, but that's not what men say. They take their time. They're in no rush to find what they want, but they want to rush you along. They want to make you feel like you're up against the clock. You're running out of time. Your childbearing years are over. That's why they try to tell you that after 25, you're no good and all that. They have a vested interest in trying to hurry you up and picking one of them because they know if you actually took your time, they wouldn't even get picked.
Stop it. Get some help.
Woman that wants to be a wife versus a woman that just wants a husband.
Oh, you know what? I think most of us are bred to just want a husband. Whereas to be groomed and trained to be a wife means to understand how to respect masculine energy, how to truly be inside of your feminine, which means trusting the leadership of your partner because feminine chooses certainty. Feminine doesn't choose flow because feminine is flow, right? Feminine energy. When we choose to understand that it is our biggest opportunity to seek out the needs of a man without him expressing them, I think a beautiful opportunity for us to empower that man and ride through the storms. I feel like we live in a weak generation where things get hard and people immediately are like, oh, I quit. This is too hard. And that's like, it's never going to hinder you the result you want. If you keep quitting, it's to be groomed as a wife means it's compassion. It's longevity. That's where marriage starts. When you get married, you say, I do, it starts. Whereas other people, it's like when you get married, I made it. No, you didn't make it. You hate that man. You hate that woman.
Many want the benefits without thinking about the responsibilities, and that's why they end up hating marriage.
Y'all can't stand each other. You don't care enough to not disrespect each other or call each other out of your own name. You don't care enough to not want to sleep on opposite sides of the bed when there's a problem. You don't care enough to have the hard conversation so that you can move together more powerfully. That's just to have a husband. But when you want to be a wife, things are different.
That's what I'm talking about.
I literally broke up with my boyfriend. Had no problems with him at all. Like, he was great.
This is before that you got
Yes.
everything
This
going
was like
on.
right before summer. I just broke up with him because I was like, I just need more time with myself. I just need to discover who I am. I want to be alone.
Very mature.
I want to just focus on myself. And like, as hard as it was to lose him and like lose each other, I feel like it's all God's plan. It works out in the end.
You don't want to be like this. This is disgusting. This is awful in every way.
What's disturbing about this is how she's proud of this shameful act.
Most women want daddies, not husbands. Let me explain. So many women on this app love to preach that men only want mommies. A lot of women on this app will say that they want a man to pay all of their bills. They want them to show up emotionally. They want them to show up 24/7. They want them to give them princess treatment. They want to be treated like gold, essentially like their dad would treat them if they have good fathers. They want the men in their lives to fix all of their, be their caretaker. But on top of that, on top of all of the things that men are already responsible for, now these women are crying about domestic labor. So they want the men to also do all of the laundry, do most of the cooking while simultaneously working 60 hours. And most of the time, that's still not good enough. So if he is cooking, cleaning, doing your laundry, providing for you, taking care of your emotional needs, then what the hell are you doing? Probably sitting on social media for 6 hours a day, not really accomplishing anything.
I never understand how some ladies think it's okay for the guy to provide and do the house chores while they only watch social media all day.
Like a teenage daughter, hence the daddy-daughter dynamic. And some of these women can get all of that and princess treatment and throw little tantrums when they don't get their way by giving the silent treatment, and thus continue the father-daughter dynamic instead of wife and husband.
Oh, hell no! Oh, instead of breaking up with your boyfriend, you cheated on him to confirm that you didn't love him anymore.
Yes.
What the
That cheating ends a relationship, and because I was ending the relationship, I cheated so I wouldn't have any feelings. You see what I'm saying?
I don't. I really don't.
No.
This shit sad.
No, you know, like if a girl cheats on you, aren't you done with her?
I mean, yeah, but
yeah. So because I was fully done with the relationship, I had to fully end it, and I was a propeller.
A propeller? What does that mean? A cat?
She could have simply walked away and started somewhere else, but she had to go this low.
Yeah, like I pushed the water back so he could propel forward.
Wait. So you cheated on him so he could become better in life?
Yes.
Ever had an ex?
Yes.
Bad one?
No.
No, a good one?
Good one.
Why'd you break up?
Why? Because he said...
So what's 3 things you didn't like about him?
I wanted to be a free spirit. He was overprotective. I don't know, I just wanted to like live my life in college.
You serious?
All right, to this lady on here that's crying, saying that she's per se she's miserable. She's been married to her husband maybe like I think she said 7 years. She said he's a great man, never did nothing wrong, blah 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 blah. I have looked at some of the videos of people talking about and bad mouthing her and stuff like that, and a lot of men saying that's why they don't want to be married, blah blah blah, because of women don't be happy and stuff. But this is what I'm gonna say: marriages never work out when you marry people for the wrong reason. I can tell off the top. I don't know who her husband is or whatever, but I can tell you she didn't love that man when she married him, because the things she said, like she said she wanted to travel, she wanted to leave the country and all that stuff. But when you really love somebody, that's things you want to do with the person you marry.
You're goddamn right.
You want to travel, go places with them. Her world does not consist of her husband. She talking about things that she wanted to do. And they've been married 7 years. I don't know how old she is right now, but maybe she got married at a young age. Maybe he was a good, had money, kind of secure and all that stuff. And at the time, it seemed like the right thing to do. But I just want to say, if you don't marry people for the right reasons, it's going to always end up like this. Just like a man marrying a woman because of what she looked like. And then when he gets with her, he realizes and marries her, this is a headache. He got to work himself to death because she always want this, she want that. He has no peace.
That would be the worst kind of relationship. To work yourself to exhaustion just to satisfy someone greedy.
You, on the other hand, married somebody for whatever reason you married them for, but it wasn't the right reason, because now you saying you not happy and the man is doing everything right. So in my head, I was like, if a man doing everything right, he's not cheating on you, he's not mistreating you, he's not beating you, you didn't say the bills were behind, you didn't say we starving in here, evidently you do not love the man and you married him for the wrong reason. I don't care what nobody say. When anybody marries somebody for the wrong reason, they are miserable. I don't care what nobody say. It's a lot of men on this app need to be crying. Because when they think about how nice and beautiful that woman was and all this stuff, and she was so perfect, but at the end of the day, she's the worst headache he ever had.
Just make sure she doesn't marry because of money.
To be told, I think as women, we oftentimes confuse meeting a good man with finding a perfect man. And when we begin uncovering his imperfections, as we also have them, we call them red flags. But the truth is, everybody has some sort of baggage. And nowadays, we don't give space for humanity. We don't make room for the other person to make mistakes and be able to learn and recover from them. We need to start extending the grace, both men and women, for the other person to be able to be human around us without us immediately labeling them as no good.
I like this one.
I have to mostly agree, because we see people judge and leave for the simplest of reasons, but you'd have to be careful because not all mistakes or flaws are to be tolerated.
Do not miss this. Listen up. There are men out there that desire wives, but they have no desire to be a husband. Listen, they will go and buy the ring, they will do the engagement photos, they will go through the ceremony, they'll say the vows in front of the officiant and your whole family, but they have no desire to actually follow through.
Are you delusional? Do you suffer from a mental illness? Do you think you do?
What they have done, some, not all, is they have watched you glow, heal, become emotionally, physically, and financially well, spiritually intact, okay? They have watched you accomplish things and make independence look like the goal when in reality it's a necessity.
It's not a necessity, it's a privilege, and you need to be thankful for it.
Okay? Because you were single and you had to do these things. They're watching you live a good life. They're watching your energy radiate from your body. They're watching you be magnetic. They are drawn to you. It feels good to be in your presence. That's why they want you. I mean, look at you. Who wouldn't want you?
Well, I'm out, man.
I most certainly don't, based on all these things she just said.
But what we have to do as women is pay close attention to the difference between those men who only want wives and the men who want to be husbands. See, baby, the men who want to be husbands, they speak French. Oui.
We? Who's we? There is no we.
What do we need to do? Where do we need to go? How do we need to fix this? They couldn't imagine having you do anything alone. They know that their purpose and their greatness is directly tied to the woman that they make their wives.
Saying that a man's purpose is to serve his wife would be missing the point, because the marriage takes two to work, not one. Well, guys, that was all for today. We'll be back soon.